Coming to you live from the White Picket Studios in Houston, Texas, this is the Realty Ruckus. If you are in any way, shape, or form involved in the real estate industry, this is the show for you. And now, your host, Alan Hernandez.
Welcome to the Realty Ruckus out of the White Picket Realty Studios. I am your host, Alan Hernandez. Sitting next to me, your producers, David Bonilla, Jabron Hernandez. We are here to make sure that your real estate business is consistently growing right alongside with ours. Don't forget that we're on every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. and that you can drop all your questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys want to talk about, troll us on, you name it, down below. We love to listen to all of your items live while we're on the air because we love to make fun of you while you do so. Wait, what? Just kidding. I take that back. We'll just make fun of you a little bit. But before we get started with today's show, I want to tell you guys about something really, really cool that I got a chance to do today. It's just one of those deals that I think comes along with being in real estate. When you get a chance to just take off.
I don't know how this has anything to do with being in real estate.
Okay, cool, connect it. It has everything to do with real estate. I'm going to tell you why. Because today we got a chance, my personal team and I got a chance to literally hop on these things they call longboards. Now, until today, I didn't even know these things existed.
Were you able to do it?
I just thought all longboards were skateboards and skateboards were longboards. To me, they're all the same thing. But apparently, they're different. And I got a chance to hop on one of them today and not kill myself, which was really,
I don't believe it. I got to
amazing.
see it after the show.
No, I got a chance to hop on one and actually rolled a little bit. I was surprised that the board
rolled a little bit?
Yeah, I was surprised the board didn't actually break, which was pretty incredible because I thought you need to have like a special longboard.
I've seen some big dudes on those longboards before. Yeah. Much bigger than you.
Okay.
I'm rocking it.
I saw David on a longboard. I think he's bigger than you.
Yeah.
David, you have a couple pounds on me right now? I've put on a few in the last few episodes.
It's all in the beard.
It's all in the beard is what's really weighing me down.
It's weighing you down, man.
Eventually, I'm going to cut this off, but not yet. Not yet. I don't want to cut this off until I can grow one of those mustaches that you can curl up.
Yeah.
And you know those really, really, really
cool dude, then you'll look super cool on your longboard.
It's so bizarre to me because I've known you for my whole life, and I've never seen you with a beard that thick before.
Well, the truth is, I wasn't able to actually grow a beard or a mustache till I turned 35. That's just what it was like. Hey, I turned 35, and all of a sudden I could grow a beard.
You know what? No, that does happen with age. You start losing at other places, it starts coming up here.
Hey,
that might be a bad sign.
Man, but not something I'm looking forward to.
Dude, at that little block party thing, they got like the beard oils and stuff out there.
Oh yeah, they do.
I want to get some of that.
So someone who can actually just trim it up and make.
No. They don't trim it for you. You trim it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No one else was to trim your
your beard.
Your very pubescent-like hairs.
All right. Point is, we hopped on some longboards today.
Yeah.
With beards and mustaches, and then we went to lunch together. It was a really, really cool experience. Nobody died, which was great. And we got a chance to go eat some pho and came back.
That is a good day.
All of this during our
Nobody
lunch.
died. I like how that's the board. That's the baseline for did you have a good day? Did anybody die? No, it was a pretty good day.
Longboarding is not on my list of things that I do on a normal basis. Okay, I've never tried this before.
What about shortboarding?
Not any kind of boarding.
No waterboarding.
I was gonna say waterboarding, but I've never done that either. Yeah. All right, but to be perfectly honest, I didn't actually ride the longboard all the way there.
How hard is it to ride those longboards?
It's easier than a regular skateboard.
It's definitely easier than a skateboard.
Is it easier or harder than snowboarding?
It's easier than snowboarding.
Okay,
snowboarding is by far the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh yeah.
That one I actually nearly died trying.
Oh yeah, the first time I went snowboarding, I was so excited because I'm really good at skiing, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to transfer so easily." So I rode all the way up to the top of the mountain. I went all the way. People were telling me you should start off on the lower one.
Real estate? You just yelled at me for saying
because my schedule allowed for me to go snowboarding.
Because my real estate schedule. All right, we have a great show to talk to you guys about today. In the upcoming few sections, we're going to bring you guys some information on what happened with yesterday's vote here in the city and how this affects your real estate business. Not only did it affect your business right now, it affects your builders, the people out there that are building homes for our new our clients, our new home buyer clients, we are going to be tremendously affected by what happened yesterday. And I know that yesterday we scared everyone and told everybody that the world was going to fall apart, but it was for good reason, because we wanted you guys to take action. Now, unfortunately, it looks like that didn't go as well as we planned. So now we have to deal with what actually happened, and we want to bring you guys all of the details on how this is going to affect you, your clients, your business, everyone out there in the city of Houston. And then after that, we're gonna play a little game.
Our favorite game.
It's one of our favorite games that we don't hardly ever get to play this show. I know. And it's called Is It Racist? And you guys are gonna get a chance to vote yes, it was racist, or no, it wasn't. Down below, you're gonna give us your happy faces, your angry faces, you name it. We love them all. Don't forget that this is one of our favorite pastimes here, judging whether our comrades in real estate do racist things.
We're Russian now.
We're taking over the show too, damn it.
That's so
taking over.
Already. We didn't even make it through the first segment and we're racist.
Quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You're on the Realty Ruckus. Hey Houston, this is Alan Hernandez, and I want to remind you guys to visit our friends over at Quest IRA to learn everything there is to learn about investing with your IRA. Now, if you haven't been over there recently, you have to check them out. They have free educational classes, networking opportunities, the ability to tap into $1 billion for your real estate investing deals. These are the guys to know when it comes to learning about this kind of stuff. You want to make sure you visit them and check them out over at www.questira.com. Again, that's questira.com.
Stop searching and start staying in the know with our Houston Real Estate Events page on Facebook. Follow us by searching at Houston Real Estate Events to stay up to date on the latest events for real estate in the Houston area. If you're interested in having your event on our page, please email me at david@whitepicketrealty.com. Again, that's david@whitepicketrealty.com. Non-paid events only. One more time, find us on Facebook at Houston Real Estate Events, and we'll see y'all at the next one.
Hey guys, Alan here. Are you a home investor in need of house plans and permit expediting services? If so, Houston Plans and Permits is your local one-stop shop. They have over 15 years of professional design experience and have a strong team of knowledgeable permitting expediters to service all of your projects. Please contact them by calling them at 281-372-1555. Again, 281-372-1555. Or visit them at their website, plansandpermits.com. Again, that's www.plansandpermits.com. Hey Houston real estate agents, this is Alan Hernandez, broker at White Picket Realty. I want to let you know that when you're ready to stop working your real estate career and start building a real estate business, Team WPR is a place to be. Not only do we offer real results, real support, and real branding, but furthermore, 80 to 100% commissions of your hard-earned money going back to you. So make sure you reach out to us. Join at teamwpr.com. Again, that's join, Join, at teamwpr.com.
And we are back on Realty Ruckus. Remember that you can find us live on Facebook and YouTube, where if you chat with us live during the show, we can answer your questions live on the air. Now, we want to go ahead and jump into this conversation before we play our fun game, because Is It Racist is always fun. But we should definitely talk about what happened yesterday. Yeah. And the first thing that we want to say is congratulations, because if you actually went out there and contributed to calling the city council, letting them know, it made a difference.
Yeah. And a lot of our agents did.
Absolutely.
I got a lot of screenshots. A lot of our viewers did. I got some screenshots from people that weren't even able to submit there because apparently there was some error with the website or something. Yeah. So if you did, thank you so much, not only for listening to the show and participating with all of the adventures that we have here, but also to contributing to the city and in the items that impact us on an everyday basis.
Oh, absolutely. So we want to go ahead and just jump right into it. So yesterday the city voted, and the vote was, should we make people build 1 foot above not the base flood elevation, but 1 foot above the 500-year flood mark, which was 2 feet above the base flood elevation. Now, those of you out there who are thinking, oh, that's not that big of a deal, you got to understand that there's a lot of houses in the 500 year. So it didn't affect that many in the 100 year. Those already had to be lifted 1 foot. They'd have to go 2 feet. Fine, whatever. But we're talking about houses now in the 500 year that would have to be lifted up into the floodplain X, a foot above the 500 year. And it was going to really, really annihilate the way that we do plans and permits. And Houston plans and permits out there, they're probably thinking, oh my God, this is going to be miserable for us.
Yeah,
because
it's going to be a lot of good business, but...
Yeah, well, it's going to be a lot of working with the city. And I told you guys, I was down there a month ago, and they were already training people.
Yeah.
I mean, this was pretty much a given that this was going to pass.
This is what baffles me. That the fact that they already knew that this was going to pass is what's really scary. Not leaving it up to the public, not saying, well, if it passes, then we'll move on and do this. No, it's going to pass regardless, so let's just go ahead and start hiring and setting up systems and processes.
Well, you know, if I infer from my political education from watching House of Cards on Netflix,
Yes.
I'm sure somebody had the votes all whipped into place.
The best political education.
And they're like, all right, we got the votes in place. These guys aren't deviating from the plan. Let's go ahead and just start making a move on it.
Frank Underwood.
I'm sure they
like, Claire,
Frank Underwood. That's right.
Claire, I need you to help me get these votes.
So I actually went down to the city yesterday.
Yeah.
And I sat with the flood management office, and I wanted to get the specifics so I could really give everyone what exactly went down, how did it happen, and what is the real effect. So I was really pissed about it because I thought that the vote passed without any changes
Without
to
any
it.
exceptions.
Yeah, and I thought it was every single house.
If you guys do not follow Jabron on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I let the city have it.
You normally never see Jabron get angry, all right? And when he's angry, he's like quiet. But this time it was different.
See what you guys have done?
This time the city really got to him.
We're now foraying into investigative journalism here. BB got down to the city to find out the scoop.
I had to learn what really happened. No, so I went down to the city and I sat down with the flood management office and I said, I need to know exactly what these changes mean and what is it going to mean for the city of Houston. And the first thing that they told me is, hey, calm down. It's okay.
They thought he was going to start like throwing tables.
I know,
around
man. They were like, oh God, someone call security. This man looks dangerous. I went in there and what they told me was that it's not as bad as everyone thought it was going to be. So the original amendment, and this is why I say, if you participated in the HAR went out and lobbied hardcore. And they got one major piece of this legislation changed.
Which was the most important.
Which is the most important, yes, absolutely. And that was, this will no longer apply to existing construction. So if your house is already built, you got nothing to worry about.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
Actually, one of our agents here sent me a deal yesterday, and I said, hey, man, with the new regulations about to pass, I don't think this is going to happen.
Absolutely.
With a flooded house. But now that you say that, it's back on the plate.
Yeah, it's great. You can anything that's existing construction 1 foot above base flood elevation. So basically lift it out of the 100-year into the 500-year if you're going to do more than 50% of the repairs of the actual property value. So that all stays exactly the same way. Now, here is what actually changed. Anything that's newly constructed and any commercial buildings that are either being remodeled or constructed. So it does affect commercial on existing construction. With commercial, you have two options. They don't care if the commercial floods. You now have to build water channels that are going to move water away out of the streets and directly into the drainage lines. So that's a pretty big deal because that can be expensive. Before it was just a matter of, just push it out into the streets.
So now they're putting the onus on developers to really mitigate that water.
Absolutely.
That's good. That I like.
Look, yes.
Go ahead.
I agree with this, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, when we owned some property in Memorial, that was the biggest issue.
Absolutely.
The commercial properties in the area that were being built or had recently been built, they didn't have any mitigation plans demanded by the city, and therefore areas that were not in flood zones flooded consecutively on both tax days in 2015 and 2016.
Yeah, and what's really great about this, this is the good part. Anything that's new now has to be raised 2 feet up in the air. So what is that going to mean? You're going to get a lot more pier and beam. And we've talked about this on the show before.
The city needs to be pier and beam.
Pier and beam, one, is a superior construction. It's a lot easier to work on when you have some shifting. You go in. It's very cheap, very inexpensive. If you work in concrete, I'm sorry, because you're going to lose a lot of work because now you're just pouring a bunch of little pads. You're not doing giant slabs with builders piers and all this other stuff. So it is going to affect that side of it. Now, the bad part of it is, does it really freaking matter? 75% of the houses with flood claims in these flood areas, that have flooded were not in flood areas. So the real question is, we just passed a regulation to pass off the responsibility to builders because the city took all of our money that we pay for drainage and flood and used it somewhere else and didn't use it for drainage and flood, what it was supposed to be used for. So they basically said, who can we blame? Put it on the developers, put it on the builders. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, here's the thing. It affects our community a lot in terms of now all of the new construction is going to go up by approximately, and I'm saying approximately, or at least 10%.
I agree.
It has to. There is no other way for a builder to be able to do this new type of setup, meet these new requirements without raising prices. Yeah. So we already have a problem with people not being able to afford a home. Yeah. That would just increase that problem.
Yeah, there's no supply, and then the supply that there is priced outside of their reach. So
I asked the city, how many houses do you expect to be affected by this law change? I don't know how they estimated this, but they're estimating 80,000 houses will be affected by this law change. And I guess they base that on the total number of new construction permits that have been done in the recent years, and they're expecting X amount of growth or decline. I don't know what. They didn't give me the specifics. And the people that I was talking to, they had nothing to do with the city council vote. I mean, they're workers for the city.
I'm sure they're only passing off what they've heard kind of float around. And
I think that's pretty difficult to figure out how many houses are actually going to affect. They'd have to have some numbers based on who is maybe requesting permits for new construction and where. I doubt that if you are a builder that you didn't know that this was coming and that you would be purchasing properties or any kind of land in the 500 or 100-year floodplain, especially in Houston. That's just me, but there's always the people out there that could maybe make a mistake.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If your permits were not submitted, your plans were not submitted for permitting by yesterday, you now fall under the new requirement, which means that if you already had all your plans done, but you just didn't get them into the city, you got to go back and get everything redone because now you got to raise.
And I thought the law was effective as of September 1st.
They told me that they're expecting 1,100 applications to be changed already this month. So there's obviously a disconnect there.
Because they're going to start doing that thing where they don't have enough people to process here, so now they have to ship everything out to Dallas.
They did that once already. They try to hire a lot new people. So they've got, I think they said 24 new planners that they've hired that are going to be working on this. Now, one thing that they told me is that the plans for the next couple of months are just going to be backlogged. So, that if you submit plans, don't expect for them to come out for 3 to 4 weeks for new construction.
Let me just ask, who's making the money in all of this? Who's the one that's profiting?
Yeah, where's the money going?
Where's the money going? Here's the thing. When you have to go through flood management, you have to buy an additional permit, a flood management permit.
So the city
is making some money. Now they claim, because I was like, oh, so this is all about the city making more money. And they're like, oh no, that goes to pay for the salaries of all the extra people we have to hire, and that pays for your inspections and the reviews. Like, we don't actually make money off of it. And I'm going, well, that's got to be BS. I mean, that's like whenever red light cameras got removed, and then the next day everyone's construction projects got red tagged.
Yeah,
there was a time in Houston when there wasn't that many city inspectors red tagging houses. You could get through construction without doing really much to it. And then as soon as the red light cameras went away, everybody got red tagged the next day. It was like, we need to find money somewhere else. So, it is going to have a pretty big effect. It's going to affect, but the good thing is, it's only going to affect new construction for now. Now, they're expecting this to go back in about a year and be passed for existing construction.
Okay. And I believe that. I mean, generally the way these laws work is you get a tiny little bit at first, and then they squeeze in the rest later. Yeah. And I think that's what we have to be diligent on this. If we know that this is going to affect so many homeowners and it's going to affect a lot of our neighborhoods and values, then we need to make sure
we gotta start fighting
everyone out there knows now and starts fighting this, because I do think that if this goes through, there's going to be areas of town that are going to tank.
So what are some ways that we can actually fight this, put some pressure on the city to make sure this regulation doesn't get passed a year from now?
Man, it's so difficult because you gotta be rich. You've got to have just a ridiculous amount of money to be able to put any kind of pressure on the city of Houston. Yeah. And you look at an area like Memorial, where there's a lot of attorneys who decided they live in the area.
And they're going to band together.
They're going to band together. They're going to work pro bono so that they can fight and put a lawsuit against the city. And then they had all these engineers come out, do engineering reports, prove the negligence in the city. Mayor Sylvester Turner had to basically come out and be like, hey, we're going to do something about it. We don't know what, but we're going to do something because, you guys kind of caught us with our pants down. And what happened is that's when I'm telling you guys, they found out that the waterways out there were working at 38% efficiency. They were 62% clogged.
And I was reading up on those, and basically the structure, the drainage system we have in Houston is very antiquated, and it's only meant to relieve about an inch and a half to 2 inches of rainfall per hour, which is absolutely ridiculous. The city's no way can withstand that. And it's actually been reported that Houston is the most flood-prone city in the U.S., even way ahead of New Orleans, because they actually have pumps at least out there to help get water out of the city. We don't have anything.
No, we completely rely on our bayou system, which is why we're called the Bayou City, but we probably didn't know that.
You should call it like the clogged Bayou
City. The clogged Bayou City.
And it only goes down a foot per mile, so the water's
slope
not moving
is not
fast.
very good. Yeah, I mean, we're in a flatland. We're counting on slope to relieve our water, and we're in a flatland. Now, one of the things that's being proposed, and I've actually seen that this is a submission, they want to find a huge tract of land, and I'm being told that we have to go to break. What they want to do is they want to find a huge tract of land, and they want to build just a giant new reservoir in the city that can collect overflow rainwater that'll be built downward so that everything pumps into it at a much faster rate. Now, they're looking at $25 billion to do that. Where do you get the money from? I don't know. Maybe you increase the permit fees.
Add more permit fees. I don't know. Charge the builders. You're on the Realty Ruckus. We got to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey Houston, this is Alan Hernandez, and I want to remind you guys to visit our friends over at Quest IRA to learn everything there is to learn about investing with your IRA. Now, if you haven't been over there recently, you have to check them out. They have free educational classes, networking opportunities, the ability to tap into $1 billion for your real estate investing deals. These are the guys to know when it comes to learning about this kind of stuff. You want to make sure you visit them and check them out over at www.questira.com. Again, that's questira.com.
Stop searching and start staying in the know with our Houston Real Estate Events page on Facebook. Follow us by searching at Houston Real Estate Events to stay up to date on the latest events for real estate in the Houston area. If you are interested in having your event on our page, please email me at david@whitepicketrealty.com. Again, that's david@whitepicketrealty.com. Non-paid events only. One more time, find us on Facebook at Houston Real Estate Events, and we'll see y'all at the next one.
Hey guys, Alan here. Are you a home investor in need of house plans and permit expediting services? If so, Houston Plans and Permits is your local one-stop shop. They have over 15 years of professional design experience and have a strong team of knowledgeable permitting expediters to service all of your projects. Please contact them by calling them at 281-372-1555. Again, 281-372-1555, or visit them at their website, plansandpermits.com. Again, that's www.plansandpermits.com.
Hey Houston real estate agents, this is Alan Hernandez, broker at White Picket Realty. I want to let you know that when you're ready to stop working your real estate career and start building a real estate business, Team WPR is a place to be. Not only do we offer real results, real support, and real branding, but furthermore, 80 to 100% commissions of your hard-earned money going back to you. So make sure you reach out to us. Join at teamwpr.com. Again, that's join, Join, at teamwpr.com.
And we are back on Realty Ruckus. Remember that you can find us live on Facebook and YouTube. If you chat with us live during the show, we can answer your questions live on the air. Now, today we've gotten into some really big regulation stuff. Yep. We've talked about how the city's new permitting, new planning is going to affect you. And thanks to HAR and its members really going out there and fighting for us,
job, you guys.
The amendment for existing construction is not in place. So it's not as big of a scam as I originally thought. It's still a scam to put the responsibility on the builders and the developers, and the city not take any responsibility for the drainage, the flooding issues. But that's okay. We can live with what we got.
David said something earlier. He's like, what do we need to know
what do we need to do to make sure that this doesn't continue in
Yeah.
the wrong direction. And in my opinion, yes, if you're wealthy and you have a lot of power, yes,
Yeah,
that helps.
that's one
but
thing.
The truth is that you can also do this by educating the public. So that's what we're trying to achieve here today, is educating you guys on what's important, why it would impact us, how it would affect our clients, our consumers, and make sure that when this does go to the next level and it goes to a vote, that we are there saying, no, that's not going to work for us.
Yeah, and the problem was, man, they really snuck this by everybody. I brought it up, but only because I was down there and I said, wait a minute, what's going on? And who are all these new people I don't recognize?
Well, I'll tell you, I was
trying
to look up news coverage for this story, and there's nothing negative or, there's nothing against the city of Houston. Nobody out there really trying to bust their chops.
No one really understands what the real impact's going to be.
It just looks like, hey, they're doing something. They're doing something to fix it, and they're like, okay,
and
looks good.
And that's the deal. They have pressure to do something, but what they're doing now isn't really helping.
They're passing the buck.
They're passing the buck, right? All right, so we have to move on. We will continue to keep you guys updated on what's happening with the city's regulations and how their flood permitting department is affecting everyone's decision and how it's going to affect your consumers in the upcoming shows. So make sure you stay tuned, because this is something that we're going to continue to follow, because it does affect all of us.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about a little bit about something else. We want to play a game.
Our favorite game
that we love playing on this show. It is called Is It Racist? So today we are going to bring you guys news coverage of a realtor.
Yes, a realtor from
Kentucky.
Oh,
now, I don't know if you guys know this, but ironically, the last few times that we've played Is It Racist, it's been from Kentucky.
Oh, geez, man. Is Kentucky taking Alabama over for the most racist place in America?
But I just thought it was really weird. It's been at least 2 or 3 times that we've done Is It Racist, and it's usually a realtor from Kentucky doing or saying some kind of funny stuff.
One of the guys got fired because he was so racist.
All right, so today the game works like this. If you do believe it is racist, we need you guys to give us your thumbs up.
Yes.
If you do not believe it is racist at all, we'll take the
angry face.
The angry face.
Yeah.
We'll take your
That's
angry
not
face.
racist.
Yeah, that's not racist.
Yeah.
Angry face.
Yeah.
If you believe it's racist, thumbs up. If you do not think it's racist, give us your angry faces. Make sure you vote down below. All right. Tell us a little bit about how this happened and what ended up happening to the realtor.
So, the University of
Brandon's
Duke,
overreacting.
Duke University, not the University of Duke, Duke University made a post on Facebook. And it was like proud of all of these students that they admitted, right? And it says, Duke admits 2,123 regular decision applicants for the class of 2022. And it's a picture of all the people that are there. And it says, tonight we welcome Duke 2022. Yeah, welcome to the family. Everyone's proud. Everyone's excited. Things are great.
Yeah.
And then,
Except
of
for
course, there has to be
Except for
one realtor
Julie.
from freaking Kentucky who has to give her 2 cents. And what does she say?
This is Julie Stratton Middleton, by the way, out of Kentucky.
Yes, and she says,
Hey, Julie.
one white male in the whole bunch. Pathetic. Took my son there to visit 6 years ago. Never saw a white kid on campus. It's like the United Nations.
They took our jobs.
Took our jobs.
All right. So what ends up happening to this lady? Does she keep her job? Does she get released? I mean, is she still at the same brokerage or anything?
Hell no. The brokerage, once they saw that, they immediately distanced themselves from her and
I'm
released
seeing a lot
her.
of angry faces. People seem to not think that
That's
very
Brandon.
racist.
That's
Brandon.
Brandon.
Of
Don't
course,
worry
that's
about him.
Brandon.
Don't worry about
Brandon
him.
doesn't think anything is racist out
So
there.
this is your opportunity to vote whether it is racist or it is not
Remember,
racist.
if you think it's racist, give us a thumbs up. If you think that wasn't racist, give us an angry face. Now, I'll tell you my opinion. That was really freaking racist.
That shit was racist.
Okay, it is, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it is not true at all that there is just one white kid in this picture.
Not at all,
okay,
man.
Not even close. There happens to be a sprinkle of other ethnicities in the picture, but she totally took it out of proportion by saying there was only one. And so what? So what if there was? I mean, why would that be important to this? Why would that make a difference in that? Regardless, her broker ends up finding out that she made this comment because people start calling the brokerage and saying,
Oh, wow.
I cannot believe
I'm
that
about to
you are
post the pic here.
associated
Oh, you're
with
going to
this
post a pic?
person."
Okay, good.
Yeah, I posted the link to the Facebook picture. So, because Zariah asked, what race are the people in the pick?
Well, you just have to see. You got to see the picture to
Every
understand.
Oh, wait. So if it
It's
was
everything.
So if it was only Hispanics and Latinos, then maybe it wouldn't be racist. Yeah, that's right. There's not enough white people in that picture.
Maybe it would have been a
What?
from
From now on, when I walk into a room that is not all the people I like, I'm going to say, "What is this? The United Nations?"
No. So Kentucky Select Properties was her original broker.
Yes,
They
and
ended up
kudos to them because they said, gone, out of here.
They cut
did
her.
a phenomenal
Good.
job in doing this, by the way. This is just something that, as a brokerage, you end up having to tackle these PR issues every once in a while because people don't know how to keep their mouth shut on their opinions that affect their businesses. And that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah.
Right? She didn't know that there was appropriate and inappropriate comments on Facebook that you can make. It's not your place to go out there and vent all of your opinions, but a lot of realtors make that mistake. So Kentucky Select Properties makes a post that says, hey, sorry about that. This contractor agent is not what we believe in, and we're distancing ourselves from her, essentially, and apologizes completely because does any company out there want to be considered the racist company? I don't think so. So
Unless I was gonna say unless you're like a racist company, like that you're associated.
unless you're like legitimately a racist
Yeah, unless you're like with a KKK, then you may want to
KKK
be
is
like,
your only
hey,
client."
we're clearly racist. All right, cool.
these are our KK clients.
Who can we use in Kentucky? Well, you got we should just create the Hall of Shame for Kentucky.
Yeah, no
just
joke.
add in all
Kentucky
these
is
people.
definitely in the Hall of Shame for racist realtors. Anyways, big kudos to you guys for making it on our show. We love talking about you and making fun of you. Again, if you believe this was racist, give us a thumbs up. If you don't believe, make sure you drop your angry face.
I love how you do the angry
below.
face.
Yeah, this is angry.
This is angry
I'm
face.
So angry
your
right now.
eyebrows are
Instead
angry.
of him like just making an angry face, he puts his hands up.
Anyway,
All right, we got to jump into events, and
yes,
we're almost out of time. We're actually out of time.
What do we have coming up?
We got a lot of
burn
events
through
today.
these.
Oh, man. Today is an action-packed day for sure.
Rep, Destroying the Lending Myth, 4 to 7 p.m., Amagi Bank Building, Midtown Block Party at Spicy Girl, featuring Ream 3 with AMI lenders. That's from like 7 to 11. Then next week, the big one, Real Estate Rally, April 11th, 6 to 9 p.m., St. Arnold's Brewing Company. Guys, we're going to have close to 400 real estate professionals, free food, free beer, an amazing night of networking and growing your net worth.
Can't wait. I'm so excited to see all of you guys out there. Make sure that you join us at these events. You can keep track of all of them by visiting Houston Real Estate Events on Facebook. Go to the page, click like, add all of those events to your to-do and your calendar. Make sure you come out and hang out. Thanks again for joining us. Don't forget that we are on every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. We're here to make sure that your real estate business is growing right alongside with us. Don't forget to keep up your ruckus, and we'll see you next time.
Don't be racist.
This has been the Realty Ruckus. Make sure and join us every Tuesday and Friday for new episodes. Find us on YouTube and Facebook for replays of previous episodes. And as always, keep elevating yourself and keep up your ruckus. Thanks for listening. Realty Ruckus has been brought to you by Smart Pig Media Productions.